Hey everybody. Whoa, it's bright. Shalia, yes. Welcome. Ramona. Yes, so good. Who's TBH Yoga? I don't know who that is. I just know that you were at the summit with me, which is awesome. So good. Okay, we're gonna start in a second. Let's make sure that the camera's good here. I think that'll work, yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we'll start on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana, please. If you're new to this channel or if you're watching this after the live stream, my name is Mike. Today we're going to do a fire flow. So I do this class at the studio I teach at. It's called a strength class, and it's a JIP kind of modification. So we'll do most of the same poses with a little bit more dynamic movement and some longer holds some of the time. I always joke that there's no crunches in here. We don't need them, right? Just work with your core muscles, work with your bandhas, like hugging and engaging muscles, and have fun, right? Rest when you need to rest, whenever you need to. And yeah, Supta Baddha Konasana. Hello. Yes. Oh my God, Laura, so good. I love this. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so Supta Baddha Konasana, just start there. You come onto your back. Take the soles of your feet together, your knees wide. Then right hand lands on your belly, left hand lands on your heart. And just start here. Even we're going to move in a second, but just give yourself a moment. It's still yoga. Let your body land. Presence your breath. Long inhales. Long exhales. Louder breath. Yeah, ujjayi. Audible breath. Right away, starting to build up some tapas, some heat through your breath. Let's do 3 more together. Loud inhale, long and empty. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more, your fullest inhale. Expand your lungs. Open your mouth, let it go. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Just feel that out. Wiggle your toes, wiggle out your ankles. Just getting clear on where your body is landing here, how it feels. Okay, we're going to start. It's really simple. Just starting to build some heat here. Bring your knees over your hips, shins parallel to the floor, okay? Palms on the tops of your thighs. So you're just going to take your palms, spread your fingers, and then press your palms. You're not gripping the legs, pressing just palms. So not much is happening yet, of course, right? Lift up now, so shoulders lift, ribs to hips, like you're doing a crunch. It's one crunch, hold it. And then really activate. So your hands are pressing your legs and your legs are pressing back into your hands. Your core should have just woken up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feet are active. Flex your toes. Press your palms and your thighs into one another. 3 more breaths. In. Bring your ribs a little closer to your hips. Really squeezing core. Uddiyana Bandha. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Just feel that. 3 breaths in. And out. Building a little tapas. Starting to warm up. Get your heart rate up. Doesn't take a lot of movement sometimes. Take a breath in and out here. Okay, we're going to do one more like that, but it's a bit different. So we're crow on your back. Crow pose. So palms straight up. Do that. Straighten your arms. Take a little bend in the elbows. And then knees come onto the backs of the triceps. So you're lifting from both ends here. You want your shoulders lifting just like before. Ribs to hips. And then lift your tailbone like a millimeter off the ground as much as you can. Press now, triceps and knees into each other. So crow on your back. Think of the form. Feet connected at center. Press, knees, triceps. 3 breaths together. Stay here. Shoulders lift, ribs to hips. Hold it, squeeze and press. Take 1 more breath in. And release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your bandhas, your muscles of your core, your pelvic floor, squeezing, supporting you through these movements. Keep them active. And let them rest when you can. Take a big breath in. Knees into your chest. Empty it out. Grab the backs of your thighs. You'll start to rock front to back. Do a couple big ones. So toes tap into plow pose behind you and then rock up. Hover in Navasana, both pose, just for a second. Do a few like that. All the way to plow, pause. And then up to boat, pause. Do one more. Right back, hold that. And then come up and you'll hold Navasana now. So land here. So Navasana, there's lots of options. We're going to give you different steps, right? So start heels down, fingertips down. This can be working. Chest lifting, shoulder integration. Every version, that's what you're looking for. Yeah, as your shoulders back, chest lifting up. Core working, of course. Option here, grab the backs of your knees. You can straighten out your legs, a little bit more work from that, yeah? Straighten out your arms. You can grab onto your toes. Any variation. This again, shoulders back, chest lifts up. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Keep holding here. Inhale. And exhale. More lift in the chest. More integration in the shoulders. 2 more. Breathe. And hold. Lift. Lengthen your body. And then roll back. Do 3 of those big rock and rolls. Plow to boat. Big movements here. On your 3rd one, pause in boat again. Sit up. Take your arms out. Breathe in. Low boat. So you'll come down, hands to your heart center. Come up to high boat. And then low boat. 3 more like that. High on the inhale, chest lifts. And low. Lift up, shoulders back. Low boat. Come up to high boat. Hands at your heart center. We'll paddle our boat. So from side to side, keep your hands at heart center. Twist the upper body from right to left. Do another 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your legs stable, core strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, rock and roll. Make your way into your first downward facing dog. Step your feet back and land. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's vitality, right? Generated in your body through your breath, through your engagement, your focus. If you need a rest, you rest. If it's too much, when I'm asking, then you don't do everything, right? Work as hard as you can. Making the practice available to your body. You know your body best, right? What does it need? Where do you need to show more compassion? Where do you need to push it a little harder? Breathe in. Press the centers of your heels down. Draw the inner ankles back. Ground the outer edge of the ankle. Press down. Find length in the back of the body here. Tailbone back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step about 1/3 of the way in. So a short down dog. You don't want to be too close to your hands. Just about 1/3 of the way up. Come up onto your tip toes. And then shift here. So you want your shoulders over the wrists, not behind. Right? Stacked over top of the wrists. Really ground through every finger here. Don't put strain in your wrists. Breathe in. Higher on your toes. Feet together, at the center of your mat. Breathe in here. Stay higher on the tippy toes. And then bring the right foot up to the ceiling. Stay on your left toes. Back foot flex. And then press the heel straight back. Active leg. Keep your legs straight. Breathe in. Lift your heel a little bit higher and hold it. Feel your glute, your core squeezing. Keep your shoulders over your wrist. Take a breath in and then release. Stay on your toes. Other side. Keep with the work. Press the heel back. Lift the right heel high. 3 breaths. As high as you can get that heel. Really activate the leg. Activate the core. Press down every knuckle on both hands. 1 more. Lift through the back heel and then release down. Ragdoll at the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart, grab opposite elbows, opposite biceps, and then let the upper body angle down. Just balancing it, tension and release. Strength and softness, both in your practice. An ability to switch from agitation to relaxation. Just in a moment. Anytime you need to, rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fingertips to the ground. Bring your big toes to touch. True north alignment in the feet. Heels a little bit apart. On your next inhale, come to a flat back. Hold. Extended mountain, reach to the ceiling. Press down into your feet. Fold forward. We flow flat back, lengthen your spine. High plank, hold high plank. Let's take a breath in here. Stay for the breath out. On the inhale, shift forward a little bit, lower down, low plank. So halfway, upward facing dog. Bring your chest through your arms. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Press down. Pull the pit of your belly in. Wake up, Uddiyana Bandha. Keep it engaged. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Bend. Hug in. Hop to the top of your mat. Flat back right away. Fold. Extended mountain. Reach to the ceiling. Option to lift your heels. Come onto your tippy toes. And then fold. Heels down. Chest to thighs. Flat back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Fill your breath. Press your hands and feet down. Uddiyana Bandha, core. And tailbone, drive it back. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hug muscles to bones. Hop between your hands. Lightly, flat back. Fold. Extended mountain, reach up. Start to go back. Core, engage. And then fold. Chest pulls to thighs. Flat back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Soften the elbows and knees. Hug the leg muscles, arm muscles to the bones. Come up onto your toes, bend. Hug in and then hop to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold forward. Extended mountain. Heels can lift. Find length. Find reach. And then fold. Chest to thighs. Halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep moving with breath. Upward facing dog. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Empty it out. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop. Hug in as you do that. Squeeze. Flat back. And fold. Extended mountain. Up and back. Core. Pull it. Lengthen. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can add a little push-up at the bottom if you want, like a little bounce there from your work. Upward facing dog. Whatever you need. Downward facing dog to create some fire. Lift up right away. Bend. Last one. Hop. Flat back. And fold. Extended mountain. Up and back. Lengthen. Lift the heels. Fold forward. Hug into your legs. Halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. 5 breaths here. Cool down. In and out. Where can you soften more? Physically, mentally. It's getting more present. Lift the heels, bend the knees, empty completely. Hop forward, flat back. Fold. Chair. Stay. Scoop the tail down. Right, so instead of your tailbone way out like booty sticking up behind you, scoop down. Find more work in the thighs. More work in Uddiyana Bandha. Biceps by your ears. And then sink down. Yeah, shin bones sink back, so the knees kind of sinking back towards over the ankles. Tailbone scoops down. Keep that work in the legs. Option here, if you want to bring a different kind of work, lift the heels, yeah? So on the mounds of the toes, press your big toe mounds, your pinky toe mounds, lift the heels, and then sink deeper in your seat. 2 more breaths, in and out. Last one, lift your chest up and then fold. Heels down, chest to thighs, flat back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Right foot between your hands. Reach your arms up. Square the hips, yeah? Right hip will try to draw forward in this pose. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. So squaring to the front of the mat. Arms up. Breathe in. Lunge a bit deeper. You can lift your front heel off the mat again. There's different stabilizing muscles will activate when you do that. Do it safely, right? If your legs aren't in a position to do that and take the stability out, don't play with that. Just do it if there's strength there. Option, even more work, back heel lifts. Still that scissoring, right? So the right hip back, left hip forward. Keep the inner thigh muscles squeezing towards center. Breathe in. Lunge deeper. Heels can go higher. Take an inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Float your right toes. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Lunge into it. Keep your heels down to start. Create the foundation. My left side is a bit of arthritis in this knee, so I just take it more safely, right? I can still do this work. I just don't want to rush into it. Option to lift the front heel. Muscles hugging the bones. It's not dumping into joints, right? Feel that work. Lift the back heel if that's happening for you. Left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe in. Lunge even deeper. 2 more. Inhale. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take a breath in and then take Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow through. Your left toes can hover. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Build heat. Invite it in. Avoid it. You're going to work more. To do that, where do you need to work less? Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift. Bend. Hop. Flat back. Fold. Chair. Heels can lift. Fold. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step through. As you reach up, the heels can lift off the ground. Chaturanga Dandasana. Float your right toes as you go. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Left side. Toe mounds press. Your heels can lift. Reach up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with your breath. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full breaths. Inhale. Bend your knees. Empty your lungs. Hop between your hands. Flat back. Fold. Chair. Heels can lift. Fold. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Right side. Warrior one. Press your feet. Reach up. Lengthen the body. Feet, heels can lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with breath. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Reach. Lengthen. Lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Float the left toes. Up dog. Your shin bones lift. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up. Bend. Pause. Hop. Flat back. Fold. Chair. Heels lift and then fold. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Press your feet. You can lift your heels. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with your breath. Right toes hover. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Reach on the breath in. Lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Fill. Empty. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Last one, chair. Fold. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side. Heels can lift, lengthen the upper body. Chaturanga Dandasana, move with your breath. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Last one, left side. Reach. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Left toes can hover. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yogi's choice here. Take a child's pose or do 10 leapfrogs, yeah? So leapfrogs, you can look up here, I'll quickly show. You want to be doing them as lightly as possible. It really can be fast, light hops is where to start. You don't want big thuds. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. But yeah, so hands really spread out the knuckles, like get the fingers as a really steady foundation on the floor. Feet are touching up the frog leaps, right? As you hop, it's lightly. You want to use your core, and you want to try to make the landing as quiet as you can. It can be fast, light hops. It can be this. Yeah, just building up some work, some heat. It can be bigger hops, longer hover. Do a few more. You're in child's pose, like just be at rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Come to the top of your mat. Fingers to toes forward fold. Feet hip distance. Grab your toes. Let the crown of your head go. Just sway from side to side. Whatever you need to do for just a moment of rest. If you were just in child's pose, take more rest if you need it, right? Whether you need it or not. Can you soften? In. Out. Again. A little deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come into chair. Sink down into your seat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right side. Inhale. Sink down into your seat. Keep the knees square. That left knee might try to pop forward. Shoulders are not rolling forward, they're drawing back. Twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Bring it out. Crescent lunge twist. So this left foot, get light on the left heel and then step the left foot back, yeah? So crescent lunge twist. Keep the back heel lifted. Your right leg, your upper body doesn't have to move in that transition, right? It's the same variation in the upper body. Same twist, same muscle to bone action. Breathe in, breathe out. Option here for flamingo pose. So the back knee bends, the back foot lifts off the ground, staying in the prayer twist in the upper body. Just an option. Two more in and out. Lengthen and twist. Warrior two, open up. Being playful, yeah? Something gets you angry or frustrated in the practice, then maybe let it go. Yeah, not maybe. Like, don't do anything that causes frustration, causes you to get critical of your own body. It's playfulness. Breathe out. Flip both your palms. On the inhale, straighten your legs, both arms up over your head, palms together, yeah? Exhale, warrior two. Do that again. Reach up. Warrior two. Press your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs. Warrior two. One more. Lengthen. Ground the feet. Sink as deep as you can in the lunge. Extended side angle. Right elbow to knee. Left arm up to the ceiling. Right fingertips can come to the inside of the right foot, on a block, on the ground. Keep the lunge, yeah? So don't straighten out that front leg. Get the knee nice and deep. Breathe in. Breathe out. Top arm over your head, bicep by your ear. Palm facing the floor. And then option for the bottom arm to come up. Palms facing each other. Yes, imagine you're squeezing something up over your head like a beach ball. Squeeze into it. Twist the bottom ribs up. Lengthen and squeeze your invisible beach ball. Big work in the arms and shoulders. One more big breath. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Chair. Twist right. Left, sorry. Twist left. Draw the right knee back. Breathe in. Space in the neck. Connection between the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen the spine. Twist. Lift your right heel. Step back, crescent lunge twist. And just set it up. Lift that back heel off the ground. Draw the top shoulder blade onto your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Option for that flamingo pose. I don't feel safe doing it on this side. My knee has some mobility issues, right? But you can bend the back knee. Lift that back foot off the ground. A couple breaths in. And twist. Lengthen your spine. Draw the shoulder blades back. Open to warrior two. Ground your back foot. Sink down into your front knee. Find a nice deep lunge. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Feel that. That's what you don't want, right? You want to bring that down the back, soften the shoulders. Breathe in. Go deeper. Flip the palms. Both legs straight. Arms reach up. Warrior two. With breath, lengthen. Squeeze the inner thighs. Go into the lunge. A couple more in. Again, come up, reach, lengthen, squeeze. Warrior two. Whoop, I lost my balance. Extended side angle. Just begin again. Next pose, next breath. Come into it. Option here, elbow to knee. Option for fingertips down to a block. Reach up the top hand, draw back, the top shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach your right fingers up over your head. Really firm up the legs here. Option to bring the bottom arm forward. It's 3 breaths. Squeezing your invisible beach ball. Drawing back through your shoulder blades. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Reach your fingertips and then flow. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Come forward. Take gorilla pose. Feet hip distance apart. Palms underneath your feet. Let go of the crown of your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Shift your weight forward a bit. Really press the toes into the wrists. Press the tops of the hands into the mat. Get that stretch. Lengthen your neck. Breath in. Breath out. One more. We'll set up for bear pose. So palms, we'll start in supported bear. If you know full expression and want to go into it, go right there. More work, right? Fun. Palms down, feet flat, and then come into a seat. So you're sitting down, ideally thighs parallel to the floor if you can get there. And really what you're looking for is this connection here between the tricep and the knee, right? So they're pressing into your armpits, right into the backs of your triceps, your knees are. And then resist that. So you don't want to press and like blow out your elbows here, right? You're going to resist that. Push your triceps back into your knees. Knees into triceps, triceps into knees. Press your hands and your feet into the mat. So you should feel some of that activation. Get your chest now. So wiggle your chest in between your thighs and then squeeze your inner thighs to the sides of your body. Wake that up. Uddiyana Bandha, I hope that's working for you. So the belly muscles, they're engaged. This is supported bear. Pressing, connecting here, feel that work. If you want full expression, arms reach straight forward. So you've still got the inner thighs hugging your ribs. Still with Uddiyana Bandha, now lifting your biceps up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. Sit your hips deeper and then take 1 more big reach. Hands down. Do that first and then slowly lift your hips. And kind of just sway your hips from side to side here. Let go of your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Set up for crow. 1 crow. Just go right into it here. Stand on a block if you need a perch. Take that support. Get your knees. Same spot basically, right on the backs of the triceps. Press down into every knuckle. Press your belly button up to your spine. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. 1 more big lengthening breath and then kick back. Chaturanga Dandasana, up dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Come all the way up. Move into eagle on the right side. So eagle, right arm under, right leg over. Option here for genie arms if the bind doesn't work for you, yeah. A connection at center, that's what you're looking for. So if you're in genie arms or whatever, the bind, press in the arms into each other. Breathe in. Sink deeper in your standing knee. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen. Go deeper. Sleeping eagle. Airplane. So you press the right heel back, reach the right fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Take warrior 3, arms up over your head. Breathe in. Lift the back heel. Keep your body lengthening and strong. Inhale here. Exhale. Take 1 more. Reach and lengthen. Hands to the mat. Standing splits. Right foot higher. Can stay here in standing splits, or you can take some TikToks. So TikToks are like little hops, but you keep your legs in this 90-degree angle. Imagine like the arms of a clock. Just little hops here, yeah? Again, as light as you can make the hops. Use your core. If you do handstand or handstand preps, do that safely on your own mat. A couple more. And feet together. Fold over your legs. Halfway lift. Fold. Sweep up. Eagle on the left side. Yeah. Connect inner thighs. Connect biceps. Squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale and lift the elbows. Sleeping eagle, hinge elbows to knees. Hug in tight. Breathe in and out. Airplane. Unravel. Press back. Your left heel and turn the toes down. Yeah, so your toes might want to come out to the side and lift up the hip a bit. You want to keep the hips square. Left pinky toe towards the floor. Arms forward. Warrior 3. Keep that lift. Biceps lifting up. Fingertips reach. Heel presses back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another big lengthening breath and then release hands down. Standing split. Lift up the back heel. If you're moving into the hops, get your hands grounded. flat. Option for the TikTok, so you take little hops here. Your bottom foot barely has to come off the ground. Just keeping your eyes in front of your hands. Stay steady with your gaze. A couple more here, hop up. Whatever you're doing. And feet together, fold. Take your hands interlaced at your low back. Let your fist come up and over your head. Just let the head go for a second. Full breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your hands. Thumbs into your hip sockets. Come up to stand with a flat back. Set up tree pose on the right side. So in tree options, you can have the kickstand, right? If you need toes on the ground, this is really stabilizing inner calf. Great. Not the side of your knee. Please, above the knee is an option for some of you. Maybe get that foot right up and close to your groin. Don't press the side of the knee. Go above or below. And then option here is to bring a bit more heat to it. Arms can reach up over your head. You'll hook your thumbs together. Hook your thumbs and really pull on your thumbs. So you're going to bring more activation of the arms and shoulders. You can reach up. I don't know if my hands will go off the screen. Oh, they're good. Okay. Start to lift through the chest. Just be aware here that you're not doing this and bringing, the ears and the biceps all crunching up into your neck. Create space there. Open that space up. Big lengthening through the neck, shoulders down. Pull the thumbs. Squeeze your core. Take a breath in and release. Switch sides. So opposite foot comes up. One side might be different than the other. That's perfectly fine. Different thumb on top, yeah? So whatever thumb was on the top, hook it the other way this time. Reach up. Pull the thumbs. Really bringing that isometric work here. Your arms, your shoulders. Lengthen through the neck. Breathe here in and out. Tall tree. Find space in the side body. Press down and pull in. Find fullest expression. Reach up and release. Sweep your arms up and fold forward. Halfway lift. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Okay, high plank. So yogi's choice again. And you should listen to what you need, especially when there's no one there watching what's happening. Do what you need to do. Let go of ego. So you can be on your belly, belly shavasana. That looks like this. And you rest. Or forearm plank. Yeah, so forearms on the ground. And then toes curled under. You bring a straight line from the shoulders back to the heels. Make sure you're not doing like prayer or fists, creating tension. Palms flat on the mat. Ground your knuckles. Scrub your forearms back towards your toes. So think of the elbows pulling back towards the hip bones. Toe mounds, press them down and then start to scrub your toes up towards your elbows. Isometric, right? Working here. Core strong, elbows to toes, toes to elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Press down. Elbows to toes, toes to elbows. Take a breath in and release all the way down. Belly shavasana. One ear to your mat. Practice your arms. You can just sway your hips from side to side. Stay with your breath. In. Out. One more big breath. Bring your chin back to center. Reach your arms up over your head. Before you lift your activate, so you'll press your hands down, press the tops of your feet down. Really press. So your feet are still on the ground, but your kneecaps will lift up. Press your palms and then draw your shoulders down your back. So you'll feel that. The hands will pull back a little bit. Your shoulders will get broader. And then from here, you lift into superhero pose. So Keeping that space between the ears and the biceps and the shoulders all open up. Lift up through the legs with the toes pointing long. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift higher. Squeeze Uddiyana Bandha. Take a breath in to lengthen. Do a big breaststroke. Sweep back. Interlace your hands. Bound locust pose. Yeah, keep lifted up. So the chest goes a little higher maybe. Knuckles to the back of the mat. Thigh bones. Lifting up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. And release. Bend your knees. Windshield wipe your legs. And you can take cactus arms here. So the elbow bent at a 90 degree and then palm flat on the mat. Set your legs up in Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles or the edges of the feet pressed together. And then lift yourself up, skydiver pose. So you're gonna lift the legs, press your feet together, and then lift your knees, lift your thighs. Upper body comes up, so elbows lift, shoulders integrate. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift it as high as you can. Feel your core is supporting your low back. Squeeze your belly muscles in. Take another breath in. Stay here and then lift as high as you can. Come all the way down. Hands by your low ribs right away. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal at your knees. And step to the top of your mat. Come down onto your back. Set up for bridge. If you need rest, put a block under your low back and take supported bridge, right? So you can line a block up on the medium height underneath your low back muscles. In bridge, you want to make sure that you've got your fingertips where they can graze your heels. So you can get your heels in close enough and then lift yourself up. So press the heels, press the triceps down. Make robot arms beside your body. So a bend at the elbow, like a 90-degree bend, triceps down, palms face each other. Really press that down and then lift up through the chest. Get the shoulder blades hugging under your back. Breathe in. Hips higher, chest higher. Come up onto your tiptoes. You can walk your mounds of your toes back a little bit to where your heels just were and then come higher up in your bridge. Ground the back of the skull into the mat. Your fullest breaths in and out. Do this, stay on your tippy toes. Feel stability here and then lift the right foot up. So you'll press straight up through the heel. Press down into your triceps and then lift your heel as high as it'll go. Breathe in, breathe out, come down, stay lifted on your toes, left side. Last one here. Press the heel up, keep the lift through your hips. 2 breaths in and out. Last one, as high as you can go. Come all the way down. Knees fall from side to side. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to center, set it up, bridge on your toes with the robot arms, triceps grounded, lift up. So we're gonna do some pulsing here this time. Lift up the right foot, same variation of the leg we just did. So your leg is straight on your left tiptoes, heel straight up, foot flexed. What's moving here is your hip. So the leg doesn't change the position, it's straight like this. Take a breath in, press up the heel. On the exhale, dip your hips down, tap your low back on the ground. Inhale the heel back up, press to lift up, use your triceps, exhale down. 3 more, in and out. Lift up and lower. Last one, ground the triceps, lift, come down, stand your toes. It's just 5 here, press up, lower down. With breath, lift and lower. Triceps working, ground and lift, come down. 2 more, in and out. Last one, ground down, lift the heel, come all the way down, knees from side to side. So we're gonna do one more option to do one of the variations we just did again, or wheel. Any tricks you have in wheel, you can go up into wheel and lift your legs just like we were doing. Maybe not tapping the hips down, that might not work, but who knows. On your tippy toes might make it easier. Right leg can come up. You're in any back bend variation now though, working, right? Not checked out, in bridge and wheel, doing something. Strong press, lift. Maybe like wheel push-ups for these last couple of breaths. In and out. Last one, lift yourself high. Come all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana, right where you started your practice this morning. Land on your back, soles of the feet together. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. And then breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the sweat, the heat on your skin. Cool it down, slow down your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Happy baby. Grab the outsides of the feet. Pull the knees down. Just sway. Dead bug, you stay still. Pulling down through the outer edges of the feet. Soles of the feet face the ceiling. Same pose if you rock from side to side. Happy baby. Keep the low back grounded in either variation. So you keep your spine pressing down. Massage out those muscles. Grab the backs of the knees. Do a few rock and rolls. Do like we did at the beginning again, right? So go all the way back, tap the toes down, kick your bookcase, come up into boat pose. Do a couple of those back and forth. Full range of motion, yeah? Trying to hover at each end. On your next one, come back up to Navasana, to boat pose, and you hold it. So, option is to hold boat for 5 breaths, or we'll do 10 seated bicycles. I love this one. So your hands come behind your head. And bicycle twist just in a seated position like this. So you'll extend one leg and cross over for 1. Don't go too fast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, core, 9, 10. Let's do last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, rock and roll. Come up, move into downward facing dog. Land there. Press down the hands and feet. Right shin forward for half pigeon. Settle into it. So option here, this, if you just want restoration at this point because you've been working plenty, amazing. Give your body that if it's what it needs, right? If you want this to be more work, you can do this on the forearms and then lift the back knee off the ground. It's almost like, imagine like you're in a half plank with the bottom with the right leg underneath you, right? So still getting a hip stretch and still working here, your glutes, your leg on that left side. Yogi's choice again. If you want restoration, go into whatever variation of a hip pose you want. Breathe. Just settle in. Even with that back knee lifted, it kind of gives you space to move around a little bit, find a spot where the right hip stretch might be deeper. Just let your neck and your head rest. If you have a block, this can maybe feel nice with your forehead on a block right here. So still resting, even though like I feel fire in my little body right here. Really active. If you've got the back leg working, make it work. Lift up the back kneecap, lift the heel over the toes. Skin, muscle, the bone, the bandha's pulling in, locked. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Last one. And you'll switch sides however you do that. Take a flow through. Just switch out the legs. Left side, a hip opener, whatever it is. If you're doing what I'm doing, amazing. If you want thread the needle, if you want half pigeon, double pigeon, anything, go into it, whatever you want. Take the back knee off the mat, but be working the hips, yeah? Hip stretch option here. It's actually really nice with the knee off the ground. Like, it's different, but you can kind of wiggle around and feel that spot where it gets it the most into the hip flexor stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep it that simple. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Activate that back leg. If it's working, lift, squeeze, and release. Take both legs out in front of you. Set up for reverse plank or reverse tabletop. So in reverse plank, either one, your hands come underneath your shoulders behind you, fingertips facing towards your heels, and then lift up. So reverse plank, it's going to be like a plank upside down, right? With the legs straight, core strong. Maybe your feet can get flat on the ground. That's just mobility of the ankles. If they can't, stay on the heels and lift up through the hips. Elbows not locked. There's a micro bend. You'll feel more work for sure. Take the hips higher. Reverse table, if that's where you're going, it's with the knees bent. Hips lift. Whichever version you're in, if you want even more work, you can extend one leg, right? So like right here, that'd be taking the right leg forward. Keep the hips lifted up. Hold, hold, hold. Go to the left side, extend that leg, press, lift the hips. Take one more breath in and release. Come down. Move into a seated forward fold. Pull the sit bones back. Get that space. Bum cheeks out of the way. Fold over your legs. You don't need to look forward here. Like, don't look to your toes or in front of you and crunch up the neck. It's a long neck here, so tuck the chin. Jaw hard onto that neck lock. Creating space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Come up to sit. Move into an inversion here. It can be a waterfall. It can be a shoulder stand. If you want, I can demo those quickly if you're not sure what they are. So waterfall, you just take something underneath your low back, whether it's a block, whether it's just your hands propping the tailbone. Shoulder stand, you bring the hips all the way up, grounding through the back of the skull, keep space in your throat, your neck, or headstand. If you're working towards a headstand quickly here, so the first step is setting it up safely, right? I'm going to practice classical headstand. Really, it's a bit safer when you're doing this one instead of the tripod base. More support through the neck, so it's making that base with your forearms. I'm going to do a headstand mini workshop on Friday. That'll be a 30-minute mini workshop for headstand. If you want to come check that out, that'll be posted Friday. Walk your feet in. But really, if you're working on headstand, it's setting up the foundation, getting like a steady foundation in the pose, and then really working towards the tuck. So getting one knee into your chest on the tiptoe of the other foot. This is the work. Starting to build that strength. Maybe both knees into the chest eventually, right? Working here. This is more work than a headstand to practice. It gives you more stability. You can hold that. Knees up, feet up. Any variation that you want to take in an inversion, just getting the hips over the heart, over the head. Ribs to hips, takes your banana back out. If you're in upside down, breathe in, breathe out. Take one more breath and release. If you're in a shoulder stand, you can move through clown, deaf man's pose. If you just did a headstand, come onto your back, move into a plow. It's a nice counter pose for your neck. Press the skull down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly come down onto your back. Left leg long, right knee into your chest. Supine twist. Draw your right knee over the left side of your mat. Ground the shoulders. Use your left hand as a guide here. Sliding it down the outer right thigh to deepen that twist. Not forcing anything, no pinching, just creating more space. Breathe in. Twist it out. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through center. Switch sides. Pull the left knee into the chest, grab it with the right hand and draw it across the body. You might have to scoot your hips over to the left a little bit. And keep the body in alignment, yeah? So the hips not shifted over too far to one side. Breathe in. Use the hand. Guide yourself deeper. Breath in. Breath out. Again. Come back to center. Supta Baddha Konasana, full circle, right where you started. You landed after your back bends in here and just feeling the body. Acknowledge your body, appreciate it for the work it just did for you. Right? Like not judging, not feeling like, oh, I couldn't do that, that was too hard. What did you do that worked? What felt good? Even if it was for part of the work, part of the practice. If you're newer to this, if it's something that's more intense than you're used to, like just give yourself credit and acknowledge all the work you did instead of putting all the focus on what didn't work, what you want to be better or different. It's just exhausting. You're listening to your body. It'll offer the practice that you need. It might not be always what your mind wants. Perfect. Hug your knees into your chest. Create one last burst of tension here. So we'll do 3 breaths. Like think like that very first pose we did. You're not just squeezing, but you're really hugging muscles, bones, chest to thighs, flex the feet. Take a big breath in, hug it tight, and then let it all go. Shavasana. Your most important pose of this fiery practice is just letting your body land. Keeping your mind present to that experience, nothing else. Breathe. Just more naturally, not as fiery. Bring some gentle movement back to your fingers and your toes. On your inhale, full body stretch, reach up over your head and lengthen from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll through fetal position up to a seated position. Take your time for a couple of breaths, no rush. Eyes stay closed. Sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands to the center of your chest. Lift up through the crown of your head. We'll finish with one Om together. Take a big breath in. Bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. And the fire in me acknowledges the fire in each and every one of you out there. Thank you for practicing with me. Together we bow and we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Whoever's out there, if you're watching this later, this is a fire flow, right? So that's a bit different than the regular journey into power sequence, but just getting your heart rate up and a little bit more sweat, a little bit more muscle action sometimes can be fun. On Friday, this Friday, so just check it out if you're watching this after the live stream, I'm going to do a mini workshop on how to do headstand, just playing with the steps to get there. If you're new to it, and then a couple of little tricks you can do once you're up into a headstand. So come check that out if you want to. And yeah, stay tuned for more content. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell and you'll get a notification whenever I am going live with these live streams. And stay connected, stay healthy, and just keep moving your body as much as you can. Have an awesome day, guys. Who's out there? Thanks, everybody. Pleasure, Laura. Thanks for joining me. I feel like it's weird for me to type because I can just talk to you. It's I don't know. Oh, I'm just happy to be sharing it with you guys, Renata. Love it. So good. Not Renata, Ramona. Oh my God. No, it's amazing. This is so good. It's keeping me practicing, keeping connected to you guys, and just, you know, giving some. I've had students for years asking me to create online content, and I never really had the kick in the ass that that this has given me. Thanks, Mom. I'm sure you were kicking ass, right? So good. Everybody can do yoga, guys. Okay, I'm going to end the stream just so there's not a ton of stuff. It makes the videos look way longer than I say they are in the description, but have an awesome rest of your day. I will be around tomorrow at some point. And this Friday too, PYC, I'm teaching on their live stream at 4:30, so check that out. Have an awesome rest of your, what are we at here, Wednesday? I don't even know what day or time it is. What's my name? Have an awesome day, guys. Another 60-minute flow. So that was what I was going to do tomorrow, was just a regular JIP. So that'll appear. I will create a post later today. I'm not exactly sure. Does anyone have a request? You're asking there, Laura. Do you want to tell me when? What time do you guys want a flow tomorrow? And I can make it work. I'm thinking sometime. I feel like the morning flows seem to be a little bit better for people, but yeah, I will. I'll check it out. Message me or whatever. Let me know if you want anything specific. I'm going to do some more focus on JIP now, just the regular journey into power, 60-minute class we would do at the studio. So check that out. Have an awesome day. Subscribe. Love you guys.